Hello everybody and welcome back to another video. As is tradition on this channel, I thought I'd give you guys my thoughts on this current season, which is Chapter 2 Remix, if you're watching this in the future. Usually I do these videos at the beginning of the season, but I think from now on I'm just going to do a recap at the end of each season, as it gives me a little bit more time to digest like all the new things. But before we get into the video, if you guys do want to support me, you can do so by using creator code OmegaEthan in the item shop. It helps a lot and I really appreciate it. And without further ado, let's get on with the video. Alright, starting off with the Battle Pass. This Battle Pass is not the worst we've ever seen, but it's also definitely not the best we've ever seen. I think the concept of mixing skins together is very unique and pretty clever. However, the skins that they chose for the pass were a little bit lackluster in my opinion. I would say the best ones that stick out to me are One Ball, Undercover Sky, and Chaos Director, which are all decent skins, but none of them like actually blow me away as some of the other Battle Pass skins have in the past. The extra styles are somewhat mediocre as well, and by that I mean the ones in like the bonus rewards section, not the super styles. I do like the super styles for this season. They're pretty unique and I think they look really cool, so that's a plus. But overall I think they could have done a lot better with the pass. Just looking at even the Chapter 1 OG pass, I think that one was done and put together a little bit better than this one was. But they also could have done a lot worse, so I'm thankful that we got what we got in the end. There's not much for me to say about the map, to be honest with you. It is just the Chapter 2 map with a few changes here and there. I do think that the final version of the map that we're currently on is the best variant of it so far this season. The beginning map was a bit lackluster just because there wasn't a lot of like new fun locations to visit. But I can't help but feel like the Chapter 2 map is a little bit outdated, which sucks to say because I loved Chapter 2. It just doesn't give off the same feeling as it did all those years ago. And the new areas like Ice Isle and the Dog Pound and the others don't really do enough for me to really elevate my experience. However, they do get bonus points because they didn't bring Coral Castle back. Thank God, because no one wanted it back. But it does feel somewhat fun and nostalgic to be back on the Chapter 2 map. But as someone who liked the latter half of Chapter 2 better, you know, like Season 7, Season 8, the beginning stages of the map don't really do anything too special for me. So the map for me is honestly not anything too special. The gameplay this season brings some fun new additions to spice the experience up a bit. I love being able to take down a boss and have them become your teammate and like assist you in the fight. However, when it comes down to it, they're actually pretty bad at doing that. I feel like Tiantina has blown me up more times than she's blown any of the enemies up, and if I'm knocked, I rarely ever get revived by any of the bosses. Another thing I really like that kind of fits more into the loot pool category is the change they made to the boogie bombs. It's really cool to see a variant of a beloved OG item come to the game, and the Snoop Dogg music and dance is a really cool way to do it. The only negatives I can really say about this season is it does feel a bit boring at times and there's not much to do other than just try and win the match. I really enjoy seasons that have story or side quests to keep me busy and it's not just about winning, and this season doesn't really have any of that. I already briefly touched on the loot pool with the boogie bomb, but there's a little bit more to talk about. I do think all of the boss mythics are pretty solid this season, except for the charged shotgun. I know I'm using it in the gameplay, but I don't really vibe with the charged shotgun. It's just kind of a skill that I never really learned how to have. I prefer just shooting my shotgun, you know, when it shoots. But the highlights for me are definitely Juice WRLD's Chug Cannon. I love how it heals you for shield and health. It's really useful to carry around. It does take up 2 slots, but I think in the end it's worth it. And then Ice Spice's Icy Grappler. I mean, it's a grappler that gives you icy feet, which isn't the best, but the fact that it's infinite and literally never runs out is awesome because then you can get around the map so much faster. So those 2 items alone make the game super fun for me to play right now and add some nice variation to the loot pool. But other than that, it's cool to have a different loot pool every week. But there's not really anything special from any of those loot pools that I kind of clung to that I would want to talk about. Overall, I wouldn't go as far as to say that this season is bad, because I don't think it is. However, I do think that it was a bit mediocre. It is pretty clear that they intended to give us a similar feeling to the Fortnite OG season we had last year, but for some reason it didn't feel like that to me. Whether it was because of the fact that Chapter 2 wasn't that long ago, or they made too many changes for it to feel the same, I'll never really know, and obviously that's just how I feel about it. But I think it's going to be a similar feeling when the new OG mode drops next chapter. It'll be cool for probably about a week, and then I'll stop playing it. But time will tell, I guess. I am, however, looking forward to the season end event, and of course Chapter 6 as well. We've already got some cool key art for the Battle Pass, and it looks like it's going to be a Japanese-inspired season, which is awesome, because I love Japan. I know it's very typical of anime fans to love Japan, but I love Japan, so it'll be cool to see how that turns out. And we're getting Baymax, and hopefully some more Big Hero 6 characters, and Demon Slayer is rumored to be coming as well. All in all, there's a lot to look forward to, and I will be here trying to cover as much of it as I can for you guys. But with that being said, let me know how you guys felt about this remix season in the comments, and if you want to support me, you can like this video. It is free, and it helps get my videos to more people, which helps me be seen and, gets more people to the channel. Also, if you like the content, you like Fortnite, you like gaming, feel free to subscribe. It is also free, and it helps me a lot, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.